Have you ever hit a point in your gym routine where you get carried off or you have an injury and you come back and you're just weak as hell? What's going on, guys? It's Caleb here from A New Expression, where we help you become your greatest self. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about fitness and my journey with plateauing and falling off and working myself back up. Right, so I took a break in the gym. For you guys that know, I took a break for about, I would say about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks of just not working out at all, not following my nutrition, not worrying about what I eat, not hitting the gym at all, just nothing that was benefiting me or keeping up my numbers with anything. Right, no sort of workout, no anything. And your boy got skinny. Your boy lost all of his gains. Man, I feel like a weak, I feel like a weak bastard. I feel so weak right now because it just, for you guys that can relate, when you don't hit the gym after being consistent with it for so long, and you just have a point where you just, whether it be from injury or from having your focus on other things, but you hit the point where you just have to take a break. And when you come back, you're not lifting the same number. My numbers have dropped significantly. I feel like it's not even realistic. Like, I'm like, how is this even possible that I'm not able to do this? Right? Something I would be able to do for about 6 or 7 reps, I can only do for, it's my max. I can only do that for 1 rep. And it's discouraging. It's like that's how big of a difference it can make. If you take a break for about even a week or even 2 weeks, whatever it is, if you take a break for that long and you think that you're not going to lose any gains and you're just going to maybe lose a little bit of gains, but it's not going to be too significant, let me tell you something, you're going to be wrong. Because when you head back, after you being consistent, after you hitting the gym on a consistent basis, if you all of a sudden stop your training, stop your nutrition, you are going to plateau, and you are going to, even worse than plateau, you're going to go downhill, and your numbers are going to drop, everything is going to drop. And the reason why I want to make this video is to have you guys realize the importance of being consistent. I'll admit, I wasn't consistent. I fell off the tracks. I had a lot of things to focus on business-wise and just figuring out what I wanted to do. And it was just a time where I didn't have my attention on my training and on my nutrition. And also, I had a rotator cuff injury, so I was just staying away from the bench and just staying away from any shoulder exercise. So really, the only exercise that I could really do was my back. And I just really never got around to hitting the gym. So I stopped hitting the gym for about 2 or 3 weeks. And seriously, guys, I lost all of my gains. And it's like I'm starting from ground zero, right? It's like all the training that I did before just collapsed. It all went away. It all vanished. And now I have to start from ground zero. And when I was hitting the gym today, I was like pissed at myself. I was like, how did I get myself to a point where I just have to start again from ground zero? But it's it's part of the process, and it just goes to show that consistency is key, guys. Even if I didn't hit the gym for about 2 or 3 weeks, I could have done some home workouts, right? I could have done something to just keep the routine going, keep the muscles going, right? Just doing, because it's so important when you have something as structured and as systemized as working out on a consistent basis, and you have your schedule of you working out. It's so important to keep that going on a consistent basis, on an everyday basis. It's so important to keep the flow going, because if you miss out one day, if you think that one day is not going to do anything, that one day is just so insignificant, that one day can throw off your whole training program, right? That could stop the whole routine. So don't see one day as just one day and be like, one day is not going to do anything. See that as like significant. That is so powerful. One day could throw out your whole progress, right? One day can lead to the next missed day. One day of just missing out on meals can lead to the next day of just missing out on meals. So it's so important to keep that consistency, keep that kind of structure and that system that routine, that habit where you do it on an everyday basis. Even if you don't have time to hit the gym, just crank out some push-ups. Do something to keep the routine going, because that routine is so important. That flow of just going from one day to the next and just having that as a habit is so important. And that's what I want you guys to focus on, is just focus on what you can do. If you can't hit the gym, focus on just doing something that you could do at home or whatever is convenient to you, just to get into the flow of things, just to keep things going. Because that's how important it is. When I realized that I stopped hitting the gym for about 2 or 3 weeks without doing anything to benefit myself, I realized how damaging that was, how that threw me off my tracks, right? So it's so important to have that structure, have that consistency. Consistency is so important. That's something that I'm starting to realize, and something I realized way before, but it's something that you just grows into you more and more. And you realize more and more that consistency is key. You hear it all the time. It's cliche. It's the most mundane thing that you could ever hear. Consistency is key. That is the way how to get success. If you want to be successful, be consistent. Blah, blah, blah. Like, it's all this shit. And you're like, I don't care about this shit. But that you should care about it, right? It doesn't matter if so many successful people are saying it. There's a reason why there's so many successful people saying that. There's a reason why they keep drilling that point. And whatever it is that they're saying, there's a reason why it's repeated over and over again, because of how important that thing is. So just because it's just thrown around, just because you hear it all the time, don't think that it's not important. It is just as important. You just have to internalize it. You have to really understand it. And the only way that you can really understand things, I'm talking really fast here, I'm going to try to slow down a little bit, but the reason why it's so important to, or the way that, what was I even talking about? The way that you can be consistent, the way that you can understand things, that's what I was talking about. The way that you can understand things is to apply them, actually put it into action. Because when you put things into action, that knowledge turns into experience. And experience is what you can share with others. That's when you truly understand the material, or truly understand the knowledge that you're taking in. Is when you take action on it and you experience it, and now you know how it actually is like to actually take it or put it into action. So this is really the process right here. You take in knowledge, right? You take in knowledge, you take action on that knowledge, and you gain the experience. And from there, once you are able to put it into action, and when you're able to do trial and error, you're able to learn from your failures. That's the learning curve. Now you're able to teach that thing. So that's really the 3 things. You learn, you apply, and then you teach. The 3 things that you just need to be successful. And this is really how the successful people were able to be successful, right? They took these 3 things in whatever area they were in, and they learned the knowledge. They took in all the knowledge that they could. They learned from the people that were doing the things that they wanted to do. Then they started applying it. They started to put it into life, right? They started to take action on these things and start to learn from their failures. And then eventually they were able to master that skill, or able to become very experienced in that skill. And now they're able to teach it to other people. And now they're known as the authority figure because of the trial and error and the amount of times that they went through to learn from those experiences. So just a quick video for you guys. Just wanted to kind of document my fitness journey and what happens when you really take that break. When you don't think that break is going to do anything, that is going to kill your progress, guys. And that's why consistency is so important. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to this channel if you guys want more content like this. Remember that change happens only with a new expression. I'll see you guys back in the next video. Take care.